Hey, this is Coach Tanya Smith of TanyaSmithOnline.com, and I'm here to teach you another Spice Up Your Brand video series tip. So, today we're going to talk a little bit about SPICY as an acronym. Now, in the introduction of this video series, I talked a little bit about how having a spicy brand is about, having this identity, having this presence that makes other people get enthusiastic and passionate, enough about what you do that they want to share it with other people, that it gets you noticed, people want to invest with you, and it goes even further. Okay, it goes further than that. So I wanted to share with you kind of an acronym that you can use to help you to get to that place of making your brand spicy. Now, spicy actually stands for something. So the S, if we start out with this, it stands for sustainable, a sustainable brand. Now, one of the things that I know you're probably familiar with, because this is very common these days, especially with the age of the internet, that there are a number of people who have this desire to go viral, right? And so what you'll see is a lot of 5-minute famous people or one-hit wonders. And I know you probably remember some of your, let's say for example, your favorite American Idol winners who now have kind of fallen off the face of the planet, or songs that maybe you liked once but now you've never heard from that band or from that singer again. And have you seen even the latest craze in the auto-tune world, where there are people who would do like a quick interview with a newscaster? And I know you've seen probably the latest one that I've seen, which is Sweet Brown. Take a peek at this.
Horrifying experience when she first realized the complex was on fire. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
So seriously, it's great to have this the 5 minutes of fame, and some people can stretch that out to be longer than 5 minutes. Some people can actually make that into a year or into a product line or whatever they decide to do. But as an entrepreneur, as a serious business owner, that's not your goal. Your goal is to establish longevity and credibility as someone who's going to be around, who's going to have a sustainable brand that other people can rely on, will be there when you need them. Okay, so I highly encourage you to take a look at your brand right now and determine whether or not you've set yourself up for being a 5-minute hit or a one-hit wonder, or are you truly positioning yourself for longevity? Now, the P stands for profitable. Now, profitable, see, here's again the difference between your brand as an entrepreneur versus someone else is that you want people to know who you are for a specific reason. One of the most relevant reasons is that you want to be able to generate an income from your business. You want to be able to guide people to invest in your products and services. So when you're putting together a powerful brand that works as an entrepreneur, it should be one that is going to be profitable for you. It'll generate investment into your services, your products, and whatever it is that you're doing and delivering. So if you're out there giving away your services, and part of your brand is that people come to know you for always being the freebie person, well then you kind of have a more difficult learning curve or a gap to change people over from, hey, she's giving away stuff free. Wait a minute, that's $597? So you've got to look at your brand and set up and position yourself and your products and services in such a way that it lets people know that there is value. There's monetary value to what you deliver and what you offer. So now the next one, and I've got a few notes here just to make sure I stay on track because I can tend to get off track, but the next one is impactful. Okay, so you want your brand to make an impact. And what do I mean by this? I mean that your brand should influence people to take some type of action that they otherwise might not have taken. So I'm going to give you a quick example. When I first met Nancy Marmolejo of Viva Visibility, love that woman. When I first met her, it was through a program that she was delivering And it was about branding and marketing yourself. And it was about finding the personality of your marketing. And before I met her, I realized, or I didn't realize, that I didn't have to be set in stone in this conservative corporate type of image that I was portraying. That was where I came from. That was my background. My experience was in human resources with a Fortune 100 company and all these other things. And I felt like that was what I had to portray. And I did not release the really fun and energetic and enthusiastic side of me in my products and in my marketing. And while I had that corporate side, I also had that techie, geeky side. And then I had just the fun me. And I couldn't figure out exactly how to meld those things together into a profitable brand. But in speaking with her and in hearing just a few of the tidbits, the nuggets of wisdom that came from that program, and in going through the course, it made an impact on me such that I was able to change the whole way that I was doing business, the whole way that I was marketing and promoting myself. And this is what you want your brand to do. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. There is some type of impact you're trying to make on the people that you are offering your services to. So think about that when you're trying to come up with a brand identity or strategy that is truly going to serve your audience. Okay, next we have the C. Now this is one of my favorites because this is one of the things that I think we typically tend to not intuitively go to. Okay, when we think about our brands, we think about us. Okay, you think it's all me, 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 me. And so oftentimes what we'll do, especially just starting out as an entrepreneur, is you'll constantly continue to promote you, and you don't think about the person who is receiving the benefit at the other end, which is really where things should be. So the C is client focused, okay? When you're coming up with a spicy, powerful brand that's going to get you noticed and that is authentic, and that is going to be profitable and all of these sustainable, all these other things, it needs to be client focused. You need to get into the minds and hearts of the people that you are marketing to and that you're branding your identity for, because they will help you to, you'll make a quicker connection with them in order for them to be convinced and influenced to buy from you, to promote your stuff, to share what you have to offer with their friends and with other people who could potentially be your ideal clients, okay? And then finally, the last of the spicy brand formula is unique. Okay. Now, what I hear a lot of is that, hey, I've got this special formula. All you've got to do is follow these 5 steps. And even in some of the programs that I deliver, I share with you that there are 6 steps here or 3 steps here or whatever. But the key is follow the process. You don't have to be like the person who's sharing the process with you, okay? It's about taking the process and making it your own. So in your branding, sure, you can copy the process or leverage pieces of the process that will work for you if you're seeing someone else who's being successful in a similar type of field or industry, but it needs to be uniquely yours. Your brand, your identity needs to be differentiated from others in that you are the very special, powerful, unique person who's delivering the message that you're trying to share, okay? So even if the process is similar, even if some of the steps may be similar, there needs to be a differentiator, and it needs to come from you, from who you are. So I say unique because of that differentiating factor, and also because of the fact that it needs to be your brand. Your identity needs to be all in the mix of the spicy brand, okay? So we're going to be talking a little bit more about this, and I have another tip for you in the very next video. I hope you will check us out. Go look for our video series, get signed up so that you, if you're not receiving it now and you're not on the subscriber list, be sure that you do get there so that you can get the entire video series. We've got 6 wonderful tips on helping you to spice up your brand online and offline too. Take care. This is Tanya Smith of TanyaSmithOnline.com, and I'm out. Make it spicy.